Hello guys, we are back with SAT paper analysis and this is what we have to say about June 2025 SAT paper. So we observed that it was much more balanced paper in terms of totality. The number of questions, the proportion of questions was much better than what we have seen in the beginning of the year. We have also seen US versions and international versions, and this was more similar to what we have seen actually last year. There were vocabulary questions which were very predictable and seen. So if you have done any of the past attempts or solved any of the past papers, these words won't be new for you. The questions are not same, but the words were pretty much same from what you have seen in past 3-4 attempts. Coming to the reading portion, it was a delight, especially module 2, something that you guys are really afraid of. So module 2 had a lot of repeated questions from November and December and March and May, and they were good questions. You have seen those questions, you must have struggled in those questions, and they were all there. And when I say there, I mean the text and the options. Coming to module 1, overall, whether it's a US version or international version, I found them that they were much more balanced in terms of level of difficulty. So they were more like medium level, some hard, some easy, and some moderate questions. The proportion of questions was also there. They tried to kept it with other categories like modifiers and pronouns also this time, unlike only subject-verb agreement and punctuations from the last couple of attempts. In conclusion, it was a balanced, good paper, definitely beneficial for people who are taking it for the second time in June, and this is what you need to know about SAT June verb.
That was about English, and now about math. There is only one word that comes to my mind once I have seen the test that we got for June 2025 digital SAT, which is a lot of repeat questions. I'm not saying this based on the remarks made by students who did the test from our side, but also based on the sheer number of questions that I saw coming from all the past full-length tests that we made students do. So if I am going to put a number on it, based on both the versions, be it the US version or the international version, there were at least 15 and at most 18 repeated questions that I saw combinedly for both math modules. One more thing, once again the pattern has remained the same. Roughly in all, 25 to 28 questions were there that could just be done on Desmos. At this point, there are questions that I have seen so many times getting repeated in the exam that I have the count of some questions. I can recall which is the question based on two simultaneous equations which used r as a variable in the coordinates in the answer choices. There were questions related to beekeeper who is trying to reach a particular number of bees starting from 1100. There was also a question, I'll check for that. It was a question about a wall to be painted at least twice using a particular number of gallons of paint. So that was majorly the story. When it comes to thinking about what all things were new in SAT Math, I'd say there were two new questions that I could see in all the different versions of math, which was one, an easy question related to speed, distance and time, where they're talking about a boat which is going down river and up river. And also there was a question, again another easy one, in which they gave you a quadratic equation and asked you for the solutions, but the different thing was the solutions were given in a proper quadratic formula format. You must have seen that formula, minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac whole over 2a. So that was the overall analysis. There was not any difficult question that I saw. Mostly it was repeated questions. If at all there was anything new, it was mostly in module 1. If you understood everything that we talked about in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any question that you want to ask us, leave us a comment and we'll try to get in touch with you. Thank you so much.